Idashai must say, welcome to the Art of Comics. It's me, Andres Salazar, your host. The Art of Comics. We talk about comics, fine art, commercial art, illustration, graphic design, all that stuff. We're just doing it all. So, despite the title being Art of Comics, we're talking about other stuff. That said, today we're talking about some European comics and American. Heavy Metal, Winter, 1989, Julius Strain on the cover here, a little airbrush job on that. And we're going to talk about this. But first, do you know that you can be a member of the Art of Comics? That's right. You can be a member of the Art of Comics. What does that do? For a mere couple bucks a month, you get an exclusive doors open, the windows of heaven open, and new videos, specific videos for you, the things that you want me to talk about. And videos will be available to members early. So you get this video perhaps a day earlier or even more than that than other people as a member. And also you can have a little more one-on-one on me and you know what I mean. And we can talk about the things you want to talk about. So you say, hey, I want to hear the top 5 writers from freaking Argentina. Give them to me. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you my top 10 writers. So check out being a member. I think it's cool. Support the channel. The other ways to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course. I have a Patreon, which is a monthly thing. I'm sharing my individual comics there. I also have my website, andresalazarart.com. If you go there, you'll see all my paintings, my comics, drawings, everything. So you can buy things. I will deliver it to you or ship it to you. So that's another way to support me. Now, on with the show. Let's get into Heavy Metal and see what's up with this issue. I'm curious. Let's check it out.
Are you ready?
Okay, let's get into it here at the Heavy Metal issues here. This is 89, so I was in high school. I'm old. Masterpieces of science fiction. A little ad here. That would actually be kind of cool. These actually would be kind of fun. I mean, now, I don't think I would do this kind of a deal, but I like the idea of having this like kind of fancy versions of the classics. And I'm going to consider Dune a classic, as well as some of these other things. So that's cool. Tau Zero. Never heard of that. Paul Anderson. Don't know Tau Zero. Okay, what do we've got here? This is back when Julie Simpson-Lynch was the editor-in-chief. Howard Jarofsky is the production. Chris Howland is art director. I don't know any of these people. Adam Kubert was the lettering designer. I wonder if that is just in regards to the cover lettering or of like all the lettering. How does that work? That's fascinating because if this is the same Adam Kubert that does comics, that's kind of an interesting dig. All right, that's kind of cool. Okay. Shirts are kind of cool. I do not know who these models are. I'm even curious if they work there. I would be intrigued if like they actually are like employees of Heavy Metal. I don't know. I want the jacket though. I talk about it every time. I want the jacket. So cool. Shanghai Express. Whoa, does this not look like Eric Powell? Does this look like Eric Powell to you? The Goon? Kind of reminds me of that. Let's see here. Who's doing the art for this? Hang on. Sorry. Let's go back. Is it Cesar? Caesar? Caesar? Cesar? Cesar. I'm going to say Cesar. It's not Spanish. We wouldn't spell it that way in Spanish, but I don't know. So this is Cesar. I do like the colors here. This is a really nice illustration. Yeah, the design is really cool. The film kind of view of things. This is all very, very cool. I like this, like yellow ochre kind of background, and it's actually kind of like a gradient. I like that a lot. And these circles are really good. Good modeling on these faces. This is really, really well done. Yeah. I'm going to have to look him up again. Again, it's like I got to look him up. Got to look up Cesar. I don't like comics talking about movies. It's cool. Using various... I like the insert. These are cool. I like the insert. I like this kind of like, this is the real story behind the movie, you know? In fact, it probably is. It looks like it is because they're getting pretty detailed on some of these things. And I got the character Chinaman. They always do that. It's kind of old school, but... yeah, I dig this a lot. This is cool. It's a nice long story. These colors are really good too. You know, that Chinese, it has that green kind of emerald jade color with this nice kind of vermilion orange red, which works really well. Those colors. Yeah, that's very cool. This is all. These are kind of fun little lines here. It's a little stereotypical, but I feel for this type of story it's appropriate. It's not done with malice. I don't think. I mean, maybe I'm very liberal in that way as far as giving people a pass and grace and just saying, hey man, this is the art, this is what was going on. And this looks fuzzy here. I wonder if the plate was a little off or the camera wasn't quite focused. This feels not as sharp as other pages. So sometimes the printing, I don't know the process of the printing, but I'm assuming that at times that you could see that happen. Again, I do like the photography putting in there just to, and that's the Hollywood Bowl. Wow. So nowadays, it's not like this. It's like buildings and apartments and places all around here. It's not in the woods like it was. Now it's like right in the middle of Hollywood, practically. There's Roosevelt Hotel. Yeah, that's nice. This is a big story. How many pages is this thing? Yeah, it's a big story. Did you notice that this change, did it always have, no, it was always this gradient, but it feels like it's getting greener and greener, right? Yeah, it does feel like it's getting greener and greener. And I wonder if that was part of the gimmick. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. This is cool. I'm gonna definitely have to check this out and like spend more time on that. Here's another Segura and Ortiz. We've seen these before. These are fun stories. I wish American Western comics were a little bit better, more like this. Just the design of it. I also love the magazine format. These colors are really nice and vibrant too. These blues for the water turn out good. And the faces, Ortiz is just, it's so nice. These beautiful expressions, you know. Expressions are very good. And a wet t-shirt's hard to draw. It's hard to color. And they do a really good job of it, of, wet clothes. It's not easy to kind of like figure out how to paint that. So I like the faces. Good action. These guys know what they've been doing. I mean, there's so many. I'm sure you could compile all their work and it'd be just massive tomes, because they've done so many comics for this company. And this is the only place where really we can get it here in the States at the time. I'm assuming back in Europe, they have better collections and things like that to see more of their work. But for us Americanos, heavy metal was how we got introduced to these people, these creations. Got some boobs, gotta have that in the heavy metal. If you don't have that, it's not heavy metal, it's something else. So we gotta have a little bit of that, which is always delightful. I love the colors here. Look at this. This is really nice. This kind of muted skin tone with a little bit of green in there. If you want to mute something and get it closer to gray, you add the opposite or complementary color. So red and green, orange and blue, purple and yellow, those things like are opposites on the color wheel. Mixing them together, it gets it closer to gray. And so he's mixing in some green into the flesh tone to give it this gray. It looks nice. A good old butt there. Whoa, got some kinds of stuff. It's another long story. I do like these where you get like a big chunk. Like this was a big chunk of story, and then this is another big chunk. It's kind of nice. I think the earlier heavy metals back in the 70s, they were a much shorter. You'd have a lot more stories. You'd have a bunch of little stories. Okay. Oh, Miguel Angel Prado. We talked about him last time we had a heavy metal issue. And Miguel Angel Prado is pretty great. This is different though. Isn't this? This is very different. We can see it's him, but he's not doing the hyper stylized stuff, and it's black and white, and it's very much modeled and soft and realistic looking. The faces are more realistic. I mean, this is definitely a different vibe. And I love to see this. I love to see artists who really are playing with different ways to do it. So yeah, that's cool. I like that. I'm gonna have to read that one. I actually haven't. I apologize. I'm gonna confess, I haven't read this yet. But I wanted to share it with you. So I'm kind of doing myself a disservice by sharing it with you before I read it. So, this is interesting. Who's this guy? Utopias. This is Peters and Schuiten. Nice blacks. This is very nice. These gears and stuff. Nice perspective. This table. This figures around. This is nicely done. Oh, and I like this guy now. We're gonna go. I think this is the last one. This is oh, that's not the last one. Ruben and Zintner. Ruben and Zintner. I like this. I really, really like this. The line work. This is very nice line work here. The dog's there. She got her. She looks great. Sensuous. You know, this shadows here. This is great. Yeah. You've seen his work before. Here. He almost has like a tardy kind of look to it, a little bit maybe. There's some other stories I remember they did with another period, kind of another period story. I like the costuming. This is really cool too. Muted colors are nice as well. Oh, look at that. That's neat. Old riverboat. Incorporating the word balloons, you know, and it's sound effects into the art is always gets a bonus points, because there's supposed to be the synergy, right? It's supposed to be like the art, the words all working together. So when you get to do that, it's really nicely done. And that is really cool. It's a really cool look. Last story, Blind Man's Buff. Shouldn't it be Blind Man's Bluff? I don't know. Ooh, look at these faces. Ooh, this is cool. Check that out. This is really cool. Wow. This is nice, dude. This is nice. Trebian. I like this a lot. Yeah, I like this. Look at those faces. It's so expressive, you know. It's just, yes, it's exaggerated and it's considered caricature, but it's just so. But that's not a negative at all. It just really helps tell the story, and yeah, I dig it a lot. And this is really well done. The shadows here, all this is extremely well done. Remind us, who is this again? This is Bastille and Cabanes. Wow. Excellent, look at that. Isn't that great? The camera being low like this. Yeah, that's good stuff. Very cool. With the shadows here, this is really nice. That's hard to do. It's hard to do. There you go. Kind of a short episode today, a little video, but this is kind of fun. Some really nice art in here. Really like some of this stuff. These guys are great. And it's all like wordless, right? So you just see the visuals and you just see, you get it, right? This is nice, a new one. Of course, these guys are like brilliant. These action stories with some boobs. And this was a nice surprise too. So we had some good things in here. Stoked. So thanks for watching. I know you guys love these videos. That's why I do them. And at one point we will run out of heavy metal magazines. I don't know what we'll do after that. Maybe we'll go to Epic. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.